Hey everybody, Mike Hines here from Build Collective. We are here to give you an update on the City of Cincinnati's tax abatement rules. If you don't know about the changes, over the course of the past few months, the City of Cincinnati with the property tax working group have been getting together to really think through how the tax abatement over the past decade or so has been affecting home values and how it's been really creating some traction in the building industry. And they made some changes to the policy starting here coming the 1st of 2022. So I'm here to tell you a little bit about that. It may seem like it's far away. We're sitting here in December of 2020, just a couple weeks before the end of the year. But on the 1st of January 2022, City of Cincinnati is actually going to change the tax abatement policy. They've rolled it out. Most of the details now are in my hand, provided by the Home Builders Association. They should be public record as well. And if you haven't heard about it, you can probably look at their website now and check out some stuff. But I'm here to kind of explain it in the simplest manner possible. For those of you that don't know what the tax abatement is, essentially, if you were to build a house or do a remodel where you added some improvement value to the piece of property, that improvement value could potentially be all of it or a little bit of it could be abated from property taxes. So it's a pretty cool program, and a lot of people have been able to take advantage of it with building a house in Hyde Park, Mount Lookout, East End, all kinds of areas. We've been lucky enough to participate and work with some buyers and builders to be a part of those. So we know it firsthand, we know most of the details. I will preface everything that I'm saying to let you know that double check everything. Obviously, we are not experts per se on the law and how the policy works, but we do know how to read through the graphs and tell you a little bit about it all. So we're here to explain that first with you. So to set the stage really quickly, I want to explain the differences between two different parts of the tax abatement. It's broken into the new construction section and of course the remodeling section. If you're looking at just building a property or renovating a property with no LEED certification at all, it used to be $275,000 of the improved value would be abated. That is now changed to $200,000 abated for 10 years. So $275,000 to $200,000, and that's for both new construction and for remodels. So now jumping into the LEED certified section of it, which is basically silver, gold, and platinum LEED, you can break it into two new sections. It used to be at LEED silver, it was $400,000 was abated in new construction. That is staying the same, still $400,000 on new construction. If you were to remodel, you actually at LEED Silver get $500,000 now that can be abated of your property value. So obviously there's an incentive to go remodel versus new construction. It's one theme you'll see in all of the different policy changes and the numbers of the different levels of this. Jumping into LEED Gold, that was at $562,000 for new construction that can be abated. It's changed now, lowered a little bit, to $500,000 that can be abated. Again, I should mention also this is 15 years for any LEED certification on this. If you look over into the LEED Gold on the renovation side or the remodeling side, that's actually moved up to $650,000, so even higher than where it was before. Now here's the whopper. Here's what's really changed quite a bit. LEED Platinum. If you were to build a house LEED Platinum prior to these changes, so today, if you were to build a house LEED Platinum, have permits, have everything, you can be unlimited above your assessed value before you actually started the house. So any improvements to that property could be completely abated. It could be $10 million if you're gonna build a $10 million house. It could be abated at that. Obviously there's different levels and thresholds that you have to consider, but if you bought a lot for $100,000 and you were to spend $2 million on the LEED Platinum house, that $2 million potentially could be abated because of the improved value. However, that has now been capped at $650,000. No more unlimited when it comes to the new construction side. When you look over at LEED Platinum on the renovation side, again, there's an incentive. That's at $800,000 now that can be capped at your improvement value that can be abated. So these are big changes, things that you really need to keep in mind. So if you had plans to build a LEED Platinum house in a year, 2 or 3, you may want to actually look into doing it sooner rather than later. Of course, you have to have your permits. The biggest thing to keep in mind here is on the 1st of January 2022 is when all of this goes into effect. Again, we tell you, go to the City of Cincinnati's CRA, Community Reinvestment Act website so you can see all of these details, but these are really, really key. A couple last little tidbits for you to know. One is there's something that's not new, but most people don't know about called visitability. That's an extra add-on that can basically allow you to get an extra $100,000 of improved value cap of abatement. So let's just say you were to go with LEED Silver at $400,000 abated on a new house. Add that extra $100,000 for visitability if you were to do it, which can only be done in the planning stage, by the way, the design stage. Now you're at $500,000 because the $400 plus the $100,000 also carries through onto the remodel side as well. Other really interesting addition on here, they actually gave a credit or an additional abatement of $100,000, same as visitability for historic building. So basically that means any house that was pre-1920s, you actually get an extra $100,000 that you can add to it. So a lot of little nuances. We'd say there's 2 people that you need to reach out to if you have any questions. Well, I guess 3 people. You could say you could reach out to us to always get started. But the other two folks would be reach out to somebody at the City of Cincinnati just to verify it at the tax abatement office or at the CRA office so you can really get some good understanding there. Second would be find a good consultant, green building consultant that you can actually talk to. Paul Yankee is a friend and a colleague that we work with quite a bit. I know there's a couple other companies out there as well that are great, but typically when I have a question, I call Paul up right away and I just ask Paul exactly what my question is, and he knows the answers because he was actually pivotal on getting these changes through. Been working on this for about, I think, almost 2 years now, so it's a big deal. So I hope this was helpful. I know it was a long-winded video, but if you're considering building in the City of Cincinnati, this is in one of the 52 neighborhoods here in the City of Cincinnati, this is really important stuff. And you need to know the details before you embark on this journey and really understand exactly what your property tax obligations would be when you get done being finished with the house. Hopefully it's been helpful. Thanks for letting me go back to my documents and my notes here. But if we can ever be a help, feel free to reach out to me. My number is 513-260-0424. You can email me at mike@buildcollective.com. Happy building and good luck.